Good afternoon there guys, this is Lunch Money from 404 Games Not Found, and I've got another first look for you today. This game's been out a little bit of a while now, and I've seen a couple people making videos of it, but I just thought I'd make a quick one myself just because, well, I think it's amazing. It's called Miasmata, and it was one of the first games to go through the Steam Greenlight system. I can see why it went through. It looks beautiful. I think it plays really nice as well. Like, I've seen a couple of small glitches, but like that's completely unforgivable considering it's an indie game, and it was all of this was made by two brothers. I mean, Joe and Rob Johnson. You've done an amazing job. I mean, it's not even like they didn't use someone else's graphics engine. They built all of this from the ground up themselves. I mean, I wish I could do something like this. I mean, if I sat down to build a game, I would be lucky if I managed to make a side-scrolling platformer with more than one level. You know. But yeah, this is called Miasmata. I've seen a couple of videos out for it already on the internet, but I wanted to make my own short video. We don't have a very big subscriber base, but I just want as many people to hear about this game as possible. I think it's one of my favourite games I've found recently. I'm just gonna quickly save the game. Nice little feature of the game. Oh, yeah, there we go. To save the game, you light a fire. So I've already got one going here, but I'm just gonna add another log to it. There we go. That's just the game saved. You can also light little torches and candles you find around the world. Usually they're in like little tents and shacks, and that's how you save the game. I didn't know that. I didn't see that at the start. So I did like the first 20 minutes, and then was like, it like auto saved at one point. So I was like, I guess it just auto saves periodically. That was not the case. So just like there you go. That's how you save the game. The game itself is quite unique. It's a survival action adventure. There's only one bad guy in the entire game. It's this just a really creepy green creature thing that stalks you, and it does a good job. The hiding mechanic is really good. I'll just like give you kind of a little bit of demonstration. This tall grass here, I am now hidden in it. Just as simple as that. Real life, you'd be hidden in the grass. I'm hidden in it here, and I've been like that tree there. I've been this close to the creature before, just in grass, just out of line of sight, and it's been stalking around for me. It has chased me halfway across the map before. I've been playing this game for about 3 hours now, and I got lost horribly because it just chased me for miles. I mean, I'll show you the map quickly. This is the map, and as you can see, I've not discovered a lot of it, and I've been playing it for quite a while. It's got a really unique mapping system. I think it's one of the best features of the game. This little indicator here that shows you where I am at this little base here, that's not there if you haven't already discovered the location you're in. So for example, I've discovered this location here, then this location here, then this location here, as you can see, but I haven't discovered this location here. That's why it hasn't lit up. And if I was at that tent, I wouldn't have this circle. After this little trick I'll show you now. This is how you discover your location. So I need two buildings that I've identified. Well, it's just my little house here and that one up there. So you open your map, and then I'm just going to look at that, left click that, and I'll draw a line to that, and then I'll draw a line to that, and voila, that's where I am. Gives you a little indicator. I've just locked a bit more on the map there, nice and handy. So that's how you discover where you are. It's quite unique as well because like when you find an area that you've never been to before, oh, map's not closed. When you find an area you've never been to before, those little triangles, they've got a question mark in them, and you've got to discover that little area. So you've got to go back to like a zone you've been before, where you know the buildings, but you've still got a vision of the location you want to discover, and then you like look at one building that you already know, look at another building that you already know, and then look at the building you want to discover, and you've got to do that from two different angles to discover every new area. It sounds a bit like a long walkthrough, but it's really cool, and it's really rewarding when you you spend ages, you find like vantage points right up on top of big hills, looking down at little buildings, just trying to find ways to discover your new places. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the game now. As I said, you play a guy called Robert Hughes, and he's been struck with a plague. So there's a couple of survival things you have to take into account. First of all, you can die of thirst, so I'm going to have myself a quick drink here. I'm going to show you the little notebook here. All your information is stored in here, and anyone who's played this game already will know that I've been playing a little bit here because I've got quite a lot of pills available to me. This is my drink flask here. It charges up to 5 every time you drink, and you don't necessarily have to drink that often. I like to drink more than I think I need to. And I've got you normally have medicine here, which I'm going to show you how to make in a second. I've made some extra strength medicine from some catalysts I found, and then I've got an energy stimulant which lets me run further. And this mental stimulant I haven't actually had a chance to use yet because I haven't bumped into the creature since I got it. What it does apparently is when I'm hiding in a brush, it'll make it so that I'm always looking at the creature so that I can't lose it, and I don't know where it is. So I'm just going to show you how we heal ourselves. So it's all about foraging this game, finding different plants and unique flowers. So this one right next to the starting area, this is the starting area just through there. You come down this little path here, get to this hut. It explains how all the crafting and stuff works. So we're just going to go up here. I'm going to run you through it. So the first thing you need to do, whenever you find a new species, you don't want to quickly go make it into pills and eat it, because you could die. So I'm going to go to the examination tray, and I'm going to slice this stuff up. I do like this. Every flower that you examine, it's got quite detailed notes about it, how it can work, what it can do. So I like that. You know, if you're a sort of guy who, when you played Skyrim, it went, this is the first mission, and you went, that's really cool, and I like that, but I see a cave over there, and I want to know what that is. This game is for you, in my opinion. So I've researched this viola, and as you can see, I used liquid extraction to isolate the essential oils from the petals and the flower. My tests indicate that these oils may have mild medicinal value, and so I can use that to make basic medicine. So now that I know that's not going to kill me, or worse, I don't know what could be worse than kill me, actually. Now that I know that's not going to kill me, I can put this over here in synthesis tray A, because you can mix stuff together, but we're only mixing this on its own will make us some basic medicine. So we're just going to go whoop, and we're going to slice up a bit more and break it down to a powder. It does generally make tablets, so I'm guessing that's why I mix it into a powder. And I'm just going to make it into some nice pills. The water is the only weird thing about this, but as anyone who's maybe done a bit of game editing might know, water is so hard to create. So, you know, there we go, made some basic medicine, and that'll just stave off the play for a while. Want to make sure you grab that there. I walked off before without taking that once, and I was like, where's my medicine? I had to run all the way back and pick it up. Thankfully it hadn't disappeared. Yeah, the water in the game though looks really beautiful. I mean, look at that lake, it looks amazing. I mean, I've got this on highest. The settings required to play it aren't massively high. I mean, it seems, you know, you're not going to run it on an Acorn, but on just a good PC it can run quite nicely. I think it's like minimum requirements 2 GB of RAM, stuff like that. It's quite steady away. So yeah, now we open up here. So you got the little tablet section, and that is some basic medicine. Just gonna, one thing for anyone who's just starting out, I'm just gonna show you like a nice little thing I found. If you go up here to your right, and when you get to the, you can sprint with shift as well. When you get to this little pond here, take a right, and you see these purple flowers. These are useful, because one thing I found, I was terrified that when you first set out, because the mapping system can be quite weird, if you accidentally take a step off the path in the wrong direction, I got lost for 40 minutes. I was just wandering around, completely lost. So this little thing here might save your life. We're just going to quickly examine it so that I can show you what it does. So we're just going to slice that up again. This is why I'm not doing a Let's Play of this game. As you can see, it already has a potential to be quite repetitive, and I don't think it would make good Let's Play material. It's extremely fun to play, but I don't think it would be extremely fun to watch, you know, if you know what I mean. So now we've performed that, it'll tell us, if I combine this with a basic medicine plant during synthesis, I should be able to create extra strength medicine. So I'll just quickly walk you through it there. This is a storage bin. As far as I can tell, when you get to a different, like these huts, there's periodically spread across the entire map from what I've seen, but the ones with all the like distilling equipment is quite rare. From what I've seen, if your item is in a storage bin here, when you get to the next hut, it'll be in that storage bin, which is why I've got one of these here, because I want to be able to make one of these wherever I go, and I don't know how common these purple plants are. So I'm going to just quickly put this in synthesis tray B, and I'm going to get one of them basic medicine plants from outside, like so. It's quite cool as well. The game handles really nicely. For example, you know, you can't look left and run really fast. So in this game you can't do that. And if when you're sprinting you try to look left, your guy will usually skid because you can't really, like, you can, if you wouldn't try and run as fast as you could run while looking left, usually you just wouldn't try it, because, you know, you might run into something. So why should you be able to do it in a game? So there we go. Put that down, and if we mix those two together, I'm just gonna press, you can skip this, I'm just gonna click past it. We've just created extra strength medicine, which, you know, will make you last longer. So I'm gonna open my tab, I'm gonna eat my extra strength medicine that I made earlier, and I'm gonna pick up this one. Now, so like I say, I got lost, and I nearly died from having no medicine. This is the world's worst roof. I mean, I can see why, but I'm going to go up the road. There's a bed up there. I might be able to sleep out the rain. So having 2 sets of medicine on your first trip out would be really useful. From what I've seen, the creature that stalks you till you go past that wall will not appear. Like, from what I've seen, there's a nice amount of equipment in this little zone to build up a bit of a start. Like, I'll tell you now, if you look around, there are some cool fungi and stuff in here that you can make extra stuff out of. So it's definitely having a bit of a peek around. This game is definitely a game that rewards exploration. So this is one of the lamps I was talking about. There is an achievement in the game for lighting every lamp on the island. So have fun getting that. I'm just going to have a quick sleep. What time is it? Oh, it's still raining, which is fun. I was hoping a bit like Minecraft. I'm going to sleep again. I don't really like going outside in the dark. I think sleeping is 12 hours. Oh, it's still raining. We're gonna have to go out in the rain. There's no stopping that. Oh no, it's definitely not 12 hours. It's really dark outside now. Let's try one more time. It does save every time you sleep as well. So if you find yourself in a place where you see a bed but there might not be a light, you can sleep. I've not seen an occasion where there isn't a light though. Right, so let's have a look. It looks really early morning. It is 6:30. Right, as you can see here, when you right click, you get up a compass and a clock. Now this is really useful, this compass, because at one point when I got lost for like 40 minutes, I was somewhere around here, and I knew that I was up in the north. I knew that I'd lost my path because I managed to find a bearing. You can kind of trick it sometimes. You see this building. I realized I could see one out here. These past lines that kind of faded are my old ones. And it kind of drew a line to where I was, which is a bit of a sneaky way of seeing where I was. And I knew I was too far north, so I just pointed south and I ran, and I managed to find the path again. Because this bit is through like a bit of a swamp, and it's really easy to get lost because you've got boards to walk on. But anyway, we're gonna go for a little bit of a walk. I've completely failed in my duty to look at what time it was when I started recording this. So my attempt to do a 20 minutes let's play, I'm gonna have to stop at when I think 20 minutes is. Otherwise, I could be miles over, miles under. This is an explanation on how you map. For example, you can look at those 2 buildings, which I've already explained. And we're going to just walk along the path here. So now that we're past that wall, we are no longer safe. That weird creature thing can pop out anytime. I don't know if it has a name. It always just makes me jump out my skin. The first time I ever encountered it, this game is not nice, by the way. This does not look, by the way. The first time I ever encountered it, I was mapping something. I had my map open, and I'm pretty sure this isn't the right way either. Oh, I'm going up here. I've not been up there. Let's go have a look up here. The first time I ever encountered it, I had my map open, and when I closed my map, it was just there in front of me, and it smacked me in the face. And I don't know if I nearly died. That is one thing I would say about this game. This right here. Oh no! When it opens, one more, let's try. This is your health bar. And it just says my health's okay. Usually it says you need to drink. I mean, I think if you take enough damage, it'll go. Take some medicine. Medicine seems to cure everything, plague and damage. But it'd possibly be nice not to have a UI. I like the fact this game has no UI. That makes it really immersive. But possibly nice to have some sort of better health indicator while in the game. That's me making that noise. What I'd recommend you do when you play this game as well is I would recommend you play it with headphones on. I've played it without and with, and when I put the headphones on, I didn't realise how much the difference was. I saw the creature last time, and my heart started to beat faster, and I could hear my guy's heart beating, and that actually is what alerted me to seeing the creature, because it's green. It was really well camouflaged. But I'm just going to go over here. I might try and discover a new area, and then I might come off. This is like I'd say, I'd recommend this. It's, I think it's like $11.99. It was 10% off when I bought it, and they keep putting on 10% off. It is a brand new Steam Greenlight, and I think there's something over there that I might be able to see. Do I know that over there? No, I don't know that. I don't know that, and I don't know that. So that's really good of me. Let's see if when I go down to the coast, if I can see anything, I might be able to learn. It looks like there's a little bit of a shed here. There are notes all over the island, and they explain the story. If I see one, I'm not going to pick it up because, I don't know if it's going to have spoilers, and I don't want people who, you know, come to check this game out, seeing stuff and being like, you spoiled the game for me. So I'm just going to keep... one thing I'd recommend you doing, you are completely stuck while you're doing this. You can put your map away and start running, but while you're doing this... Ooh, massive chunk. Discovered it over there. So this is where I am. I'm on this little section here. And now we're going to discover this. Oh, I already know that one. Oh, no. You see, that is one way of doing it as well. You know how I said you need to click on an area, to two areas to learn it, and then zoom in? Now that I've discovered the area I'm in, the two buildings in this circle, I now know as mine. Which means there was one over here that I wanted to discover, wasn't there, I believe? Was there, like, a head? There it is. That thing over there. So now that I've got this, I can go up. 1, 2, and then yeah, I got it. You're gonna show me the area I'm in. That's cool. A little bit more, and now I can go add new point, and there you go. I've now discovered that location out there. So look how big this map is. I mean, that is all the way over there. There is so much left to discover. I mean, I've added one point there, and I've added one point there. And as far as I know, I need to find another point area to do that from before it'll recognise it as a place I can use. Because is it still a question mark, or is it usable now? Yeah, it's still a question mark, you see, because I've only half discovered it. Oh, what have we got here? This is writing. This is more explanation on how to discover points of interest in case you turn to it. And there is a note. Ooh, and another section of map. These are sections of map. You pick them up and they generally give you like a good chunk of the map already explored. But I'm going to stop that here because, like I said, I don't want to possibly spoil anyone's story by showing them something they want to find themselves. This was generally just meant to be a first look, a show of the game, to show you what it can do. It's really beautiful. It runs really smoothly. I've not had any single like FPS drop or lag, even while recording with fraps. Anyone who records knows how big of a drain that can be on your FPS. This an amazing achievement by Joe and Rob, the two people who created this. I'm so impressed, and I would recommend it to anyone. It's on Steam. It's like £10, £11, and as far as it's one of the first games to go through Steam Greenlight. I truly would recommend it, and I hope you enjoy playing it as much as I have. It's really immersive. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Lunch Money, and I hope you enjoy the game. Bye.